Hey guys, good morning. It's Tony. So I did want to go into really quickly on the Renko chart and how it is basically forecasting roughly a 320, 330 SPX within the next couple of months. And this is because historically the Renko chart and my indicators have never really been wrong, right? They've never really been wrong. They actually closed bullish here at the close of 390, and then we rallied all the way to 430, right? So if you would have taken a perfect entry would have been here as soon as this bull trigger happened on my indicators and you were lows on the stochastic. You would have entered the market at 390 and you would have rode this all the way up to 420, 430 before we actually hit divergence and before we actually started shorting the shit out of the market. We actually closed a daily bearish trigger back here on the 400, right? And every single bear trigger that we've had recently, right? The first bear trigger was back here. You ended up dropping $40 in, after the bear trigger, $40 in 46 days, $80 in 60 days, right? You've already dropped pretty significantly, right? You've already dropped from 430 all the way down to 390, right? Essentially, a little bit under 390. And the bear trigger is barely closed at this close of 400, right? So it's looking kind of dangerous. So 400, if you actually were to drop another $80, that's a 320 from 400, right? From that close of 400 from right here, that's roughly a 320, 330 target, which is essentially my target on divergence, right? If you were to drop $40 from that close, you would now, the low would actually be backed here to these previous lows of 365, 363-ish. So really target right now is either 365 or we actually do end up breaking this trend, in which target would actually be $320, $330, which would be absolutely ridiculous to me to actually see a huge drop like that, because that would be the divergence target. And I just wanted to show you guys this chart and what the actual historical accuracy has been, right? So I'll remove that middle chart because I don't really need to show you guys, never mind. So just focus on this focus on the small one, right? I'll make this as small as I possibly can, because all we're really looking for is this bottom indicator and this top indicator, right? The last time we closed bearish, right, was on August 28th. You actually closed here, traded sideways, right? So you created market structure, pushed up, right? Bullish trigger right here on this red close, perfect entry on the stochastic. Guess what? You would have gone in at 248, rode it all the way up till infinity, right? You basically call the bottom here. Again, bear trigger, February 27th, right here. You rode it all the way down. Again, bull trigger created January 31st, right here. This little red bubble right there, right? You essentially closed it right here. You would have rode from 270, 269 all the way up to 330, right? Again, bear trigger right here. You pushed up a little bit, but then ultimately came right back down. Bullish trigger right here. You would have written this from 230, all the way up and pushed it to more than likely to like 280-ish or so, right? Historically, this you're either creating market structure or you're dumping down, right? Again, bullish trigger right here, August 3rd, 2009. You would have taken the long here at 993, right? And you would have written this all the way up minimum to possibly in the 199 to 210 range. And it just does that every single time. Look at that. Call the top right here. You would have shorted this at around 1207, 120-ish SPY, written this all the way down to $700, right? More than likely. Again, it's been extremely accurate calling tops and bottoms, right, on the Renko chart. And again, it's doing that again, right? And you're not actually creating market structure, right? There's no sideways trading. This is essentially just a dump. And as soon as we close at 390 exactly or less, that's even more confirmation that we're probably going back down to 365 minimum, I think, or even lower towards 320, 330 or so. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.